and welcome to One Word Show, the most, it's the speed dating of internet content show in the world. So I'm joined by Scott today. I'm Jacob, if you don't know, actually. I should probably introduce myself every once in a while. I'm joined by Scott.
Hey, I'm here.
Scott.
One word.
Scott, you know that those two words, one word, that's all you know about this show, right?
That's it.
And now you know it's the speed dating of internet content.
I came to drop off some Girl Scout cookies, and the next thing you know, I'm in front of all these lights and cameras.
Are you selling any?
I'm totally just kidding. I don't have
Thin
Girl Scout
Mints?
cookies I call. No. But the s'mores are really good. If you haven't tried those
I have
are
not.
legit. Yeah, that might be a new favorite.
Man, I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight to be,
Who isn't, though?
Yeah, true.
I always thought it was interesting that the Girl Scout cookies come out just in time for Lent. How is that even fair?
I know.
Anyway.
So the way this show works is I have two words for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Is this a new show?
Two word.
I'll shut up now.
Don't mess with the program, man.
Right? I'll do the jokes.
All right. So I've got two words for you. Each were randomly generated using the magic of the internet.
All right.
Okay? It's actual magic, not science. I did have to sacrifice a goat in order to get them. And each word was randomly generated for your pleasure. And you're going to choose one of these two words, whichever one you like more.
Okay.
And that's going to be the subject of this show.
Gotcha.
So, are you ready for your words?
I'm so ready.
Your first word is royal.
Okay.
Your second word is film.
I'll take film for 500.
All right.
Jake.
I'm sorry, you didn't form it in a question.
It was in the form of a question, right?
Yep. All right, so film. Why not royal? Do you not want a nice crown on your head?
Here's the thing about royal is for me that would mean like talk about like the traditional British royal family, and I like have no idea what's going on right now with any of that, and so I wouldn't know if I'd be able to speak intelligently about that. Although I did just start rewatching The Tudors.
See, the way my brain works, when I heard royal, you know what popped into my head?
That one song by that girl.
No, sorry. Royal typewriters.
Oh, sweet, like a Royal number 5. No, it's Underwood number 5.
Yes.
Royal is the
I have I actually have a couple royal typewriters.
That's cool.
I'm a weirdo. But anyways, that's not the word you chose, so I can't talk about that.
I chose film.
You chose film. And my understanding is you kind of have a connection to film.
I do, a little bit, because it's funny you say that, because when I chose film, I was, of course, thinking cinematically.
Cinema? Yeah.
Right? And not necessarily about photographs, but it's true. I am a photographer.
When was the last time you actually developed film, though?
Boy, a long time ago. It's probably 2000. So, I mean, what is that, 17 years now? And so I went to St. Norbert College. And at the very tail end of my time there, I worked in media services, and they had a darkroom, and they had darkroom equipment. And so it was cool to
that's a thing of the past.
Film. Yeah, and process the film and print the. I mean, it's awesome, man. It's a skill set that not many people have anymore. But it's all the rage right now. Shooting film for a photographer is all the rage right now. Like everyone wants the film look, and so if they're not shooting film, a lot of photographers are using sort of like post production or
post processing,
right?
Make it look like film,
right?
But a lot of that is now like Instamatic kind of things. The Polaroids have come back in full swing.
Yeah, it's super. I mean, the more technologically advanced we get, the more people want to go back to like the old school.
Records,
right? That was
Polaroids,
vinyl and I mean, reel to reel would be awesome, right? If you reel to reel player,
man, I would love that. I like this guy.
Yeah, that'd be super awesome. I remember we're downtown Green Bay, and I remember when I was a kid. This would have been back like in the early 1980s.
I wasn't born yet.
Nope, you totally weren't. But they there was this dudes that had like a high end sort of audio store down on Washington Street, like where I don't know, like where China Palace is or China King or whatever that place is called now. Anyway, and they had like this high end audio place, and they had these giant cassette players that were like the cassettes were like the size of VHS tapes, but they were like audio cassettes. And then I remember like he invited us to go to his house for a while. And I was like in 8th grade with my friend Tim Wong. And I don't know why we went back to this guy's house. Because like nowadays you'd never
stranger danger.
Hey, come over to my house, little guys. And like,
I've got tape for you.
So anyway, we did go to his house. He lived over like, I don't know, like by Daniil Cadillac over there. That's now the auto gallery or whatever it's called. Anyway, It was a freaky apartment, but he had like all this really awesome audio equipment. And this was when CDs first came out. And he played the CD, and we all just sat there in amazement about how beautiful the digital sound was. But the people tell you, right? Purists will tell you, I want to go back and listen to vinyl. Just like going back to film, people really like the way that a film photograph looks. They like there's a depth to the color, and there's a depth to the image that just you can't replicate.
Not even with all the Photoshops.
Yeah, not with all the Photoshop presets and actions and Lightroom and everything else. There's just no way you can replicate that.
Plus, when you got a nice what are they, 9x11s? No. What are they? What is the
We're now playing a new game with Jacob where you guess what he's trying to say. I don't know what the name of the show is, but it's brand new. It's right here on this network.
Like Polaroid photos. I'm trying to think of the. Never mind. I give up. But people like the having to shake out your
like
photos.
Like a Polaroid picture.
Yeah.
Right. Just like the song says.
And it's kind of cool because you get them right away.
Shake
whereas
it,
like
shake it, shake it, shake it. It's not familiar. Anyone in the room? They're all just staring at me like I'm an idiot. I'm with the wrong people here. Anyway.
All right. So we've talked about analog film and reels of film, but you mentioned you first thought of cinematic film.
Right, yeah.
So tell us about the silver screen.
Holy, what? It's silver. I knew it. That's a little bit from Finding Nemo. Anyway, so I've long been sort of a film fan. My dad, his uncle, ran the Bay Theater downtown when I'm Washington, which is now the Meyer Theater. And back then it was a one-screen theater, but it still kept that giant room, sort of the glorious.
And it was not an adult theater.
It was not an adult theater. Pee Wee Herman was not there, or anyone else. But the first film I saw there, speaking of Pee Wee Herman, was The Ten Commandments. That was the first time I'd seen that movie. That was the first movie that I saw, and it stuck with me. Seeing it in that place.
It's a good film.
It was a beautiful film. I mean, back in the day, right? I mean, the CG now is ridiculous to look at, but. Although it wasn't CG, it was just weird
blue screening a little bit, overlaying.
Anyway, but I remember sitting in that theater and there's clouds overhead, right? It was like a Roman garden. And I remember looking at those balconies, thinking that's where Lincoln was shot. And just watching Charlton Heston just radiate God, and it was beautiful. And I've been in love with film ever since. And so I remember when the Bay switched to the Bay 3, right? They made it into a multiplex where there's 2 screens downstairs and 1 giant screen upstairs. Yeah. And so, movies have always been in my life. Whenever I go out to California, which is, I try to get out once a year just because I like to be out in Southern California, and I can't not get, into Hollywood or over into the Valley and tour studio. And I don't know how many times I've toured studios. I just love being where, like I just told a friend this last time, where the sausage is made, right? I'm not interested in celebrity. I'm not interested in that kind of thing. I'd like to see
the raw output, how it's done.
Right. And so I can't watch a commercial nowadays and not say, I've totally been on that lot where they made that commercial right now. And that's a thrill to me. So I think the place is more of a celebrity to me than any of the movie stars.
So what is your favorite film?
Holy buckets.
Yeah, I know.
How would you ever? If you really love film, I don't know you could really just say, well, this is my favorite film.
It's Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Is it for you?
Maybe.
Yeah.
That or The Blues Brothers.
Yeah, both timeless movies, right?
Yeah.
And so I feel mine's a little bit of a cliche, but it was my first favorite, right? And so it kind of be my.
It was Star Wars.
Favorite. No, it's the Godfather, which obviously I didn't see.
Part 3, right?
So listen, if Godfather Part 3 came out as a standalone movie,
it would have been
a good
decent.
Movie.
Yeah.
But it got set up by, a Best Picture movie, and the first and only, I don't know if this is true, the first or only sequel to be named Best Picture, right? So that's a lot of setup and a lot of that's a lot to try to follow up. And
it didn't, but
the worst part of Godfather Part 3 was Sofia Coppola, right? She was the worst actress ever. And so she's a gifted director, but that last scene where she gets shot on the stairs, sorry if this is a spoiler alert, but Michael's daughter gets shot on the stairs of the opera. But you see it coming a mile away, because then she has this stupid look on her face. So it's this gunshot, crack, right? And everyone looks around who got shot? And then there's Sofia Coppola, who's beautiful, right? Mm-hmm. And she's standing there, she's like, Dad? And then that's it. Then she dies. She collapses. The worst death scene ever on film. But anyway, so The Godfather.
I'm going to change my movie to The Room.
The Room.
The Room. Oh, the best It's So Bad It's Good movie ever made. If you've never seen The Room, do it and then thank me.
Do you think that a movie has to be at least like 10 or 15 years old before it can be on someone's favorite movie list? Because I feel like you go to the theater now, at least up here in Green Bay, and you go to the theater and at the theater, all the people have like their name tag, and then like they list their favorite movie, and they're all like movies like in the last 5 years because they're all like 16 years old, right? So that cinema didn't even exist before they were born, according to them. And so you see these movies like from the last 5 years, like, well, come on now, is that really the best movie ever?
I think part of it is, sometimes you get caught up in the hype or caught up in the, the experience of the movie that you think it's better than it was. Like, I remember enjoying the movie Cars when I saw it in theaters. And as time went on, I realized just how not good of a movie that was.
Yeah, well, now we're about to, like, get the fisticuffs. Because every time you, like, take down Pixar or Disney...
No, I love Pixar, but I don't really enjoy Cars or Cars... Cars 2 is really bad.
Cars 2 is really bad, right? And the promo for Cars 3 just came out, right? The trailer just ran. You're like, this could be beautiful, right? Sometimes I forget about that I'm watching, a Pixar movie, and I just get caught up in the... like. This isn't a Pixar movie, but like even like in Moana, right? And so because I have little kids, and so we're always at the movies, and so in Moana, like that water is like I felt like when I was watching it, like if Walt Disney could only see what his people have done, like it's just like the most beautiful thing in the world. Like it broke my heart how beautiful some of their artwork was, and so I love good. My son who's 8, he just turned 8, Abe. He said, "Hey, Dad, the Baby Boss is coming out. You want to go see it?" I'm like, No, we're not gonna go see Baby Boss.
I mean, Alec Baldwin's clever, and I love him, but I'm good.
I don't know.
I'm good.
It's hard. It's hard. Or that movie that's like of like a wolf or something that wants to play a guitar, wants to be a rock star. I don't even know what that movie's called. He's like, hey, do you want to go see that? Nobody. We're not gonna go see that movie.
Or there was that one from DreamWorks last year that was about some alien dude who was purple. Do you kind of remember that?
I do kind of remember that.
And I remember looking at that and I'm like, that looks like the blandest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Poor Jeffrey Katzenberg at DreamWorks. Yeah. He just tried to take the gold that he spun at Disney and do his own thing, and I don't think he ever was able to like.
Shrek was good. Kung Fu Panda was good.
I'll take that. I'll buy it.
How to Train Your Dragons? Pretty decent. Oh,
okay,
but little cliche. But
no. How to Train Your Dragon was really good. Even How to Train Your Dragon 2, right? The Electric Boogaloo or whatever it's called was good. But I mean, I feel like
this has turned into a film podcast / show. So
I feel like with Disney, there are way more hits than misses, and I feel with DreamWorks, there's more misses than hits.
But when you get a hit, they're excellent. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, right.
Now making you choose between your children. Do you like Disney or DreamWorks better?
Disney or Pixar? Because DreamWorks is not on my list. I mean, it's on my list.
Wow.
But I feel like Pixar started my magic with animation.
The non-Pixar Disney CGI films.
So we're talking like Moana,
Frozen, Tangled, and Wreck-It Ralph.
How was that not an amazing movie?
Tangled was amazing, and I think Frozen far outshadowed it. But Tangled's much better as a film.
I think it's a better film. I think it's a better story. I think it's better.
I'd argue it's one of my favorite Disney movies.
Yeah, I love Tangled. I love.
Wow, look at this. Tangled. We are
Flynn Rider, possibly one of the best comedic characters written, I think, in the last.
We're both adult men.
I think it's okay.
I just like to point that out. Sure, I'm a little bit younger, but I'm an adult, and I'm sitting here. We're talking. We could be talking about film, and we could be talking about Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill, but no, man, Tangled.
Although Kill Bill, man, come on, the whole last half of Kill Bill, right?
Are you ready for me to break your heart? I've never seen Kill Bill. I know.
I know. It's video because someone's going to check if this guy has all the plumbing required to be a man, because I don't know if he does.
I've seen
Kill Bill.
I've seen basically every other Tarantino film, but it was on the list forever, and
there's like 3 Tarantino films worth missing before seeing Kill Bill.
I just haven't found a physical copy recently, so
oh my god.
It's certainly on the list. As soon as I find a copy somewhere, I'm going to get it and watch it.
Yeah, well, you should make that your assignment.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's always the
internet. You're living like only part of your life right now without seeing that. I don't know about Volume 2 as much. I'm a big Volume 1 fan. But, man, that scene, man, where she's in that, is it a restaurant or a nightclub? I don't know. But there's this like really great like Japanese girl band playing, right? And then like oh man, that whole scene. Then she goes out into the garden with the bad girl. who's like Lucy Liu, right? Who doesn't like Lucy Liu, right?
Yeah.
And so Lucy Liu is like this super rad chick, right? They have it out in this like Japanese garden with all white and the snow's falling and oh, come on. That's Tarantino at his best, man. That's Tarantino at his best. So.
All right. Well, I'm sure we could talk another 50,000 minutes about this particular subject.
For sure.
But I think we're going to have to cut it off.
All right, well, that was fun.
We're going to have to cut the film right here, and then we're going to have to mend it together later.
What's that called? I'll give you $1 right now if you tell me what that's
Oh,
called.
my gosh.
Yeah. Unqualified to talk about film. Let me just tell you right now.
Splicing?
Oh, hey! I love that. That's awesome. I'm just kidding.
If it was punch cards, it would be patching.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Oh. Did you do a lot of work with punch cards?
No.
Oh.
I'm 20.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was weird that you would even bring that up. Didn't know what splicing was, but know what punch cards are.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me on. It was fun.
Talking film and talking about, what was that, typewriters for a minute there?
For 1 quick second,
yeah.
Royal typewriters.
Yep. All right. So thanks for coming in, talking lots of weird stuff. And if you guys thought this was great and you want to watch some more episodes of the show, they're not going to be on film on the silver screen in theaters, but you can watch them on YouTube, and you can subscribe to make sure you don't miss an episode. So you look at this. I'm getting pretty good at this whole outro thing. I'm talking really fast because we got to get through this. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook.
Timing? How do you even know how much time we have left?
And then you can go and check out more episodes at www.onewordpodcast or One Word Show.
Follow
I messed
me
it
on
up.
Twitter, Scott
First
Eastman.
time of me messing up in this show so far. OneWordShow.com.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.